Morning, we're off to Castelo Branco today because it's the day for my appointment at CEF. Bit nervous about it. Yeah, hopefully everything will go okay. We got all our documents sorted in England. We've got an immigration lawyer anyway, so hopefully it'll all go smooth. But it's still a bit nerve-wracking. So yeah, we'll let you know how we go on. So yeah, I've just got back from the CEF office. Very nerve-wracking. Mainly because we had the attorney there and it seemed to cause a little bit of a problem in the first place. She needed power of attorney because there's only one seat and only one person can sit and talk to the person who's doing the CEF appointment. So I had to sit at the back while the immigration lawyer spoke to the lady who was dealing with my case. Because they were speaking in Portuguese, obviously it was very difficult to understand bits and bobs what they were saying. I did get little bits and bobs, but yeah, very nerve-wracking when you don't quite understand what's going on. Our immigration lawyer kept turning around to me and asking for different pieces of paper, and there was one or two things what she needed to check on. So yeah, it's a bit of a funny experience, but all good. All went through, all good. I've rung Debbie and told her, we're all sorted, which is a relief. But Debbie's got hers tomorrow, and so has Ellie Rose.
So this morning, Ellie Rose and I have a CEF appointment at Castelo Branco. Steve had his yesterday, so he's lucky he's got his out the way now. Everything went okay for him, so here's hoping that it goes smoothly for Ellie Rose and I as well. Both a bit nervous. We didn't sleep very well last night, but yeah, we'll let you know how it goes.
So just at the CEF building, Debbie and Ellie Rose have gone in. I'm waiting outside. They only allow so many people in at a time. Ellie Rose has had to stand outside for quite a while, and they've just taken her in, so hopefully we're going to see her this morning as well. So Debbie and Ellie Rose got all their CEF documents yesterday. It was pretty sort of, I don't know, scary? No, that's probably not the word. Nerve-wracking. Yeah, we got back fairly late last night, so we didn't get any jobs done then. So we went to Forum and did a little bit of shopping, had something to eat after their experience. So yeah, today we've got some visitors coming, so coming later today. And because of that, I don't want to start any bigger jobs in the kitchen or anything that I just can't leave off. So today I'm just going to clear some more of this muck up, logs and things. So basically what I'm doing is clearing more of this out. As you can see, I've already done quite a bit. It was piled up to the top of the tin roof before, so I am making some headway. Some of it just breaks up as you try and pull it out. Some of it's big and heavy. There's a couple of real big bits down there which will be a bit of a pain to pull out, but I'm still managing to move them, so while I can do that, it's all good. And then there's some under that tin shelter at the back which looks like it's fairly dry. Once we get the big bits out, all this lot, all this broken bit will either do for bits of path or maybe in the bottom of the raised beds what I'm going to build as sort of oodle bed type stuff. We've also got some straw to put on the bottom of them. So as I say, this is just a filming in gap, so I keep doing bits of this in little bits and bobs just to you know, just when I can't get on with any bigger jobs in the house, or I haven't got anything, or run out of materials or whatever. I do want all this wall down, and preferably soon, and obviously we want the ogle beds building. So yeah, I want these walls down and the ones at the back there, and obviously I want the ogle beds doing because it's starting to get good weather now. We should have stuff planted by now and we haven't. So I am going to need to get on and do this at some point, rather sooner than later, as I say. So as you can see, I've cleared another good chunk of this morning. Well, this morning and this afternoon. It's getting really hot now for riving on some of these bigger logs what are at the bottom, because there is some big ones at the bottom. You can probably see them tucked in there. Ellie Rose has been helping as well. Yeah, some really big ones buried at the bottom. That's one at the side of my foot there. I don't even know whether I can lift that later, but if we can't, we'll just roll it to one side or whatever. We're getting to the drier stuff at the back. It's all roots and things like that though, so yeah, it'd be a bit awkward to cut for firewood, but we'll see. So we've moved and stacked most of this. I know it's not stacked very tidy, but it's in one place. Some I'd already put there a couple of days ago, a few days ago. But yeah, it's quite a lot of wood there what we've moved. So as I said, we had somebody come in this morning. It was Nick and Andrea from Project Portugal. They've just left. They've just come to give us a little bit of advice on the roofs. They look okay, but when we've had an estimate done, well, we had some temporary repairs done, somebody said that they were okay, and then when we got some estimates for a price, they said all the beams were gone, so we were a bit iffy as to what we really needed to do. So we thought the best way was try and get some advice, and luckily enough Nick said he would come and have a quick look, which he has done. He did say yes, it may last a bit of time, but we're always going to have little bits of leaks here and there. You'd be better getting it done all in one go, so that's what we're going to do. So that won't be what we'd be doing. It's too big a job for us. It's really 3 buildings, and time scale just doesn't allow for us to do it, so we'll be getting that done by builder. So in the meantime, we're still going to carry on clearing the rest of the wood and putting it in the wood shed. As I said, it'll probably be a couple of days. It's a filling job, so we may carry on with it tomorrow, or we may leave it a little bit later. We'll see. So we're making it quite clear. We're now down to, or you think we're down to little sticks like this, and you know they are good for firewood, but then you come across something like this just buried. Obviously you need to be a bit careful what you're picking up, but you know, and these are buried under some of what I'm walking on, so some of them are okay, some of them are really rotten, as you can probably see with that one. It's just rocking apart. We'll get out what we can, what's good for burning. I was saying earlier, a lot of this looks like it'll make like good composty type. So yes, quite a lot of this will go in the ogle beds and what have you, as compost and mixed with soil and what have you. It should be quite good, but I'll need to look that up. Oh, and these are quite heavy because they are a bit wet because they've been in the ground. I don't know what's going on here. A lot of it's root matter, so yeah, we'll have to see what we can do there, chop it up. Be a bit difficult with my little saw. I do have an electric chainsaw, but I have no oil for it, and the gin could probably do with sharpening, but we'll see. Maybe have a go at that later. Whether we're going to build one of the raised beds now in this yard, so we can just move that into the bottom of the raised bed with some of this rotting wood, then a bit of broken up wood, little twiggies, and then some straw, some of the soil as compost with all the wood bits in it. And then I need to take some of the garden out, side garden. I need to lower it a bit, so that'll come for some of the topsoil. So yeah, a lot of work, but worth it in the end. And we need to get on with getting something done so we can start planting. So even if it's just strawberries and things like that, you know.
Strawberries for gin.
I don't know what they want to plant. It's not my domain.
Strawberries for gin, definitely. So we've cleaned out the chicken coop today and we need a nesting box for them.
So we're going to convert, hopefully, this explosives box actually into a nesting box. Originally, I was just going to unscrew these. It's not that simple. They have actually been screw bolted in, and I can't get the angle now.
And the rusty.
There we go, and there. And yeah, like my dad says, they're rusted. So the only other option to take these hinges off is going to be to just cut across this thin area of metal just here. I'm going to be doing that with the little saw.
Is that going to be sharp for the feet?
No. Sand it in a minute. I ended up calling for reinforcements. My dad's got a metal blade on the electric saw. So we've just used some other little bits of recycled wood. We've measured up the sections and drawn out guidelines. Hopefully this will all fit together just to make this box a little bit deeper and a little bit safer feeling for the hens. And in true Portugal Dreams style, we have forgotten to film 90% of the process. Mainly because it took 2 pairs of hands. But we've got it all finished up. So you can just see the sides have been elongated, the bottom the same. We've just got a little bar in front just to stop anything rolling out. Other than that, that should be a decent little place for our chickens to lay eggs.
Yep, that's it. And Ellie Rose has done 90% of this herself. I did give her a hand just chopping some of the wood with the table saw, but other than that, she screwed it all together herself. And yeah, I think it's quite a good little job.
It's alright.
First main project.
So we've come to Castelo Branco today to pick up a document from the solicitor, and we've got ourselves lost. We're down lots of little tiny tight streets. There's just enough room to get the car down. Hopefully we'll show you a little bit in a minute. We're just stuck behind the CTT van, which is the post office. We've actually got lost in Castelo Branco due to the carnival. There's some big carnival going on. Yeah, and the police are just directing people in all different directions. So we're just on our way back to the car. Some absolutely beautiful buildings, and I love the old street lamps. Beautiful tiled walls. Across the road in the park. Yeah. Castelo Branco is a beautiful city. If you come to Portugal, you've got to come and see Castelo Branco. This is the museum. There's some gorgeous old buildings, some beautiful architecture, and the castle on the hill.
So as Debbie said, that's the museum, roundabout, beautiful cobbled streets.
So while we're in Castelo Branco, we've come to Agroloja because we're thinking about getting some chickens soon. So we're going to see if they've any chicken wire. So in Agroloja we found some chicken wire, a mix, chicken mix food, and we got a feed and water dispenser and some little feathered friends. So let's get them home now, get them settled in.
So Mum and Dad have just come back from supposedly just buying chicken wire and have decided to also get 3 chickens at the exact same time. Currently we are not ready for them. So at the moment the chicken coop is cleaned out, but it's got no straw in it, and the nesting box has been made, but again it's got no straw in it. So we're just going to set that up first, and then hopefully we can let them all out and into their little coop. And then tomorrow I can fence off properly so they have a nice run. As you can see, this is one of our barns that's had loads of straw in it. Probably going to take some of this. This is the best stuff here, and use that to start filling in for them. We do have still absolutely plenty, as you can probably see. So at least we'll have quite a bit for the chucks for now.
So Steve's done a few repairs, and Ali Rose has put a nesting box in that she made, and the water and the feeder. So we're just going to get the chickens now and pop them in. Fire's going.
Oh, you two are coming. You two don't want to be out. Let's go out.
Oh, see what you've got.
Come on.
A bit more space.
There we go, sweetheart. I don't want to chuck her out and hurt her. Go on.
No, just tip.
Come on. Go on, sweetie. There we go. There we go. No. Come on.
Likes the box.
She really likes the box. She says, I've got comfy in there. Come on. She's gripping onto it.
She in the box.
She's gripping on for dear life.
Well, leave her then.
Come on. Right. There we go. There we go.
Go for her now if she wants to stay in the box.
There we
Leave
go.
her in the box. Let them go in their own time.
Do you two want to go out? Do you two want to go? Come on, ladies. No, just pick them up. What, just... Yeah, just pick one up. And there you go, darling.
You won't hurt it, do you?
There you go. There we go.
Right. Come see what you think of that.
Then you'll have your run in the morning. So we'll have to decide what we're going to call them. I think Ellie Rose has already thought of one name. What's one name, Ellie Rose?
Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Egg Explorer. I don't know how you're going to tell them apart, because I can't.
And Henrietta.
Henrietta. And do you think we ought to leave our watchers to choose a name?
Gonna say, I'm always down for name suggestions.
Yep, so if you'd like to name one of our chickens, if you want to leave a comment below, and then we'll pick a winner. She's quite confident.
Yeah,
she's
She's
already.
well, she was in the box
feeding.
on her own. These two ladies were together.
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to tell them apart. I think that one at the left there's got more white on her neck, probably.
I don't know when you look.
I don't know. Well,
We'll figure it out.
Probably right, actually. I think this nearest one's got least.
yeah, the one that's eating.
Yeah. She's so confident.
She is, isn't she? That's good. Okay, so shall we leave them to settle in a little
let's leave it
bit?
to settle in.
We'll come back and check on them in a little while.